Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm showing off my Fluffal deck profile today. I love Fluffals. I've loved them for a long time. They're cute and cuddly, and they're also deadly. So let's get this started. I'm gonna start off with just the staples you should have in every Fluffal deck. You should have 3 dogs. Goes out of the way. The draw engine in the deck. 3 wings and 3 bears. I play 2 Fluffal penguins. Play 1 owl, 1 cat, 1 sheep, and the other staples for the edge imps. Play 3 agent chains, 1 sabers. I like to keep 1. I know some people run 2. Some people hate running more than 1, but I like to run 1, and I'll show you why I run 1 later on. I've been playing around with Agent Cotton Eater. A lot of people don't like him. A lot of people do. I love him. He makes instant fusion a +1, and a lot of people don't like his other effect, and they think they can't ever get it off by special summoning him from the graveyard. He inflicts 200 damage to your opponent for each Frightfur in the graveyard. But with Sheep and Monster Reborn, you can easily special summon him. I've won a couple of games because of his burn effect. For some reason, if you need to, you can special summon Sheep, bounce back a Fluffal, and then special summon him from the graveyard, use his effect if you need to. But a lot of times, you're just using his Pendulum effect to +1 every fusion summon and give your Frightfurs 300 attack points, which really does come in handy, especially when you're OTKing. I played 2 King of the Swamps. I know a lot of people, when they quit playing Frightfur Patchwork, they took it out of the deck, but I still like it because it can either give you a polymerization, or in the grave and in your hand or in the field, it still can be an edge and saber. So you can play, you don't have to play more than 1 sabers, just in case if something happens to it, if it gets banished or just something. Because you can definitely fight for fusion from the graveyard with King of the Swamp. You just have to declare it as edge and sabers. Now on to the spells. I play 3 polymerizations, which is the one of the main cards of the deck. You can't really make Frightfurs a whole lot without them. And then the newest card, besides Agent Cotton Eater, Frightfur Patchwork. This card is amazing. The OCG had it for about, I think, 2 years before we did. Then we finally got it in Soul Fusion, and it's just an amazing card. Even though it's once per turn, I still run 3. It's just an amazing card to have. And then 3 Toy Vendors, which is a given. I play 2 Foolish Burial Goods. Get your Toy Vendor to the graveyard. I play 2 Instant Fusions. But with Cotton Eater, this becomes a +1 draw, so it's kind of like a upstart. Play 2 Frightfur Fusions. Play 1 Frightfur Factory. And I play Foolish Burial. I like Foolish Burial in the deck. I see a lot of people who don't play it. I like it because I can send Chain to the graveyard to get a Frightfur card like Patchwork in my hand. I can send Fluffal Wings if I need to, if I can't just get it to the graveyard to activate his draw effect. I like having Foolish in the deck. It really comes in handy and helps me unbrick my hand, which you hardly ever do with Fluffals. I play 1 Monster Reborn, and then 1 Fusion Recovery. I hate going first and drawing Fusion Recovery, especially if I can't fuse a lot. But if you're going second and you're definitely an OTK, I love having it in opening hand. That's it for the 40 card deck. I don't play any traps. A lot of times with Fluffals and Frightfurs, you don't really need to play traps. If you do fight people with traps, it's nice because you can put Royal Decree in, because it does not hurt your deck at all. Moving on to the extra deck, we do 1 Frightfur Daredevil, 1 Wolf, 2 Tigers. I've never had to use more than 2. A lot of times I'll side in Raigeki if I need to keep blowing up my opponent's board. I play 3 Sabertooths. I had Sabertooth at 2 for a long time, but I like playing 3 because there's a lot of games where I wish I had a 3rd one. I play Frightfur Sheep at 1, 2 Krakens, and that's it for the Frightfur monsters. I've been playing a lot and testing it out. Thousand Eyes Restrict, because I'll play Instant Fusion a lot of times. I either will summon, my only 2 targets are Sheep and Thousand Eyes Restrict. With Sheep, you either will fuse again and make a Sabertooth and resummon Sheep, or a lot of times I'll use Sheep off of Instant Fusion and then turn it into a link monster with another Fluffal. Or same thing with Thousand Eyes Restrict. Summon Thousand Eyes Restrict, take one of your opponent's monsters, and then make a link with it, and then his monster goes to the graveyard, just to get over it. Any pesky monsters. I play one Landfo Sinkus, whatever you say his name. He's just an easy link to make, and he's a just 2 point. I play a Deco Talker. These are the only 2 links I play. I know you can run like Barrel O Dragon or the Nightmare cards, like the trio, like Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn. But really, these 2 are the only links I really need, because I'll use him to get him out, obviously, and then have usually 3 Frightfurs. But then I'll turn him into Deco Talker just to have like a 33 beater on the field. I play just in case I go first. I play number 41. I just like him because he's like a lose 1 turn on steroids. Frightfurs aren't really defensive, so a lot of times I'll try to make him going first, or I'll make Galaxy Eyes as a rank 8 is defensive. A lot of times I'll make either one of these 2 plus maybe a Sabertooth, and if you use Sabertooth with 3 or more, he can't be destroyed by card effects or by battle. And so hopefully your opponent doesn't have anything that can banish or remove from play, or get off the board, or absorb it as a material or anything. Because a lot of times they have a hard time getting over Sabertooth just because they can't destroy it. But these are really the 3 cards I use defensively. I know you can side other cards in. For sides, you can just side in whatever you want against the current meta. A lot of times I'll side in Hey Trunade, or Call of the Grave, or Ash Blossoms, or Ghost Ogre, just anything you prefer. I usually don't like to go over side decks because, people have different preferences and opinions. But yeah, this is the deck I like, and if you like it, leave a thumbs up, and there'll be more deck profiles. But yeah, Fluffals have been my favorite. I love them. I hope they get more support, and we'll see you later.